Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss study groups. So I personally firmly believe in study groups. I think they are extremely beneficial, even if you are just meeting up with a group of friends and just discussing the material that was talked about in lecture that day, or even through a video or anything like that. Just talking about the material quickly exposes holes or gaps in your own knowledge, but it also helps reiterate concepts that you are trying to talk through. So the more you explain something, the better you understand it, or the deeper you understand something. So here are my personal tips for a study group. First things first, if you can, try to form 2 groups, okay? Here's the most important thing. You need to be in one where you are the smartest or the best one or one of the top ones, because that way you can actually explain the material to other people. And so you are forcing yourself to talk through every single complex concept and make sure that you personally understand it. And then you keep explaining it in different ways using different analogies to try to help your peers understand it. The second one is harder. It's definitely harder to do it, but it's the best thing you can do if you can find a group where you are the dumbest, where you're just sitting there and all these brilliant people are surrounding you with things you don't even understand, but just being around them is going to help elevate your level. You're going to see your options, and you're also going to expose yourself to different study techniques and different ways of explaining or even understanding a certain concept. So it's harder to do the second one, but if you can, go for it. It will really help you. Number 2, the literature says a group is best with 3 to 5 people. So when you just have 2 people, it's very easy to get into a little routine and you're saying one thing to the other, but it's very easy to be dominated in this conversation or for you to dominate in the conversation. So as soon as you interject that third person in there, it messes up the dynamics and you actually get more of a cohesive unit. I would encourage you though to stay lower than 6 people, so 5 people max, because otherwise it's very easy to get off topic. Number 3, and this is something that I'm surprised I have to tell people, but often they don't do this. You need to exchange contact information. So give each other your email addresses and your phone numbers and just say, hey, I'm going to email you every single time I have a question in my chemistry course. And they're going to go, cool, sounds good. I'm going to do my best to answer it when I have a free second. And we're going to get into this wonderful relationship where we're constantly asking each other questions, but helping each other out. This is a team. It is a cohesive unit. Here's the hardest part. How do you do this? How do you form these study groups? And I will tell you the best way to do it is by bribing people. I personally like to use coffee when I was in a class when I was older. So for my older students, beer works extraordinarily well. Most college students will do anything for food. So you can walk up to someone and be like, hey, can I buy you a sandwich if you go explain this concept to me? I'm really struggling. And most people do it. They're willing to help out, and it benefits them, A, to get a sandwich out of it, but B, to also talk through it and understand the concepts. So worst case scenario, you walk up to the hot guy and you go, hey, will you go talk to me about chemistry? Will you go have a drink with me? Worst case scenario, they say no, right? I mean, it hurts a little bit, but it's okay. Just go to the second hottest guy. No big deal. Good luck, guys. Take care of yourself and form a study group.